All right, all right. We got a box. You guys ready? You guys ready for this? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Settle down, settle down. All right, folks. All right. Here we go. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome. This is Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G, and this is part of our mystery unboxing series. That's right, folks. We subscribe here at Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G to a little subscription service called Video Games Monthly. You can learn more about them at videogamesmonthly.com, but basically it's just like any other subscription service. This one is for retro video games. That's right. They send you games. You get to keep them. And, it's pretty awesome. They offer games, cartridges, discs from a variety of consoles. For this particular series, we subscribe to a 4-up plan. That means we're getting 4 games for the low price of $39.99. When you do sign up for the service, you get to actually select the consoles you want them to send games for, and you also get to tell them what games you have in your library. Up to 200 games for each console, so they don't send you games you already have if you're a collector. So here's what we've done for this series. I have subscribed to the 4-Up, and I have chosen 18, that's right, 18 different consoles, going all the way back to the 70s and 80s, the Atari, the Intellivision, up through right around PS2, Xbox, that sort of era. So we've got handhelds on our list, Game Boys, Game Gears. We've got old 8-bit systems like the Sega Master System, NES, Super Nintendo. We've even got Japanese imports on our list from the Famicom, Super Famicom, GameCube games, PlayStation games, Xbox games, Dreamcast games, the whole 9 yards. So it's always a surprise what we get in our box, and I'm very much looking forward to this, our November box that we got in the mail here. So that's how it works. I'm going to open this box and tell you a little bit about what we've got. So first things first, let's turn it around so I can't see it. You ready? They always send you some goodies first, so we got to grab the goodies. Grab the goodies first. What do we got here? We got the little business card. Yep. And it looks like that's the 2-Up card right there. If you've ever watched one of our videos before, sometimes they send you more than what you've ordered. So we subscribe to the 4-Up. They gave us a 2-Up. That's 2 extra lives. That means we have 6 games in this month's box, the November box. Looks like they also sent us this little magnetic calendar for 2021. So we got a little Video Games Monthly calendar for the fridge there. Excellent. I think it's time. It's time to open the box. It's time to see what games we got. Let's reach in here. Let's grab one. Looks like a cartridge. Oh, look at that. It's Battle Blaze. Do you see that? Battle Blaze for the Super Famicom. Interesting, folks. This is a fighting game. I'm not sure if they've ever sent us a fighting game before, but this is one of the earlier fighting games, like 1992. They were just figuring out how to do fighting games, 16-bit era. So it's got like this medieval fantasy theme. You're like a big Conan the Barbarian type with a sword, and you get to square off against different opponents. I think this one's going to be pretty hard for me to play. I'm not good at fighting games. I never got the hang of those. But you really have to know the combos, if you've ever played like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. I don't think there's as many characters, but, it is a fighting game. It is Super Famicom. You know how it's been in the past here with our boxes. Sometimes we get these Japanese imports that we have no idea how to play. But thankfully, I don't think you have to be able to read the Japanese text to play this fighting game. It should be pretty straightforward there. So, I'm looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to playing this one with you guys on the show because, we'll actually understand this one. I think I'll actually be able to pick this one up. So, nice Super Famicom game for the collection here in Battle Blaze. Cartridge is in pretty great shape. I mean, I don't know. It's clean. It's got a little nick on the back, a little scratch, but the stickers are in good shape, and that's kind of nice if you're a collector. You know, you don't want them to send you, you know, crappy games with torn up stickers and nastiness all over the cartridge. So this one looks like it's in pretty good shape. You know how we score it here. We have a bunch of different categories. I score the boxes based on a variety of factors. You know, the quality of the game cartridge. Good or great gets you a point. Fair or poor does not get you a point. Out of 6 for this month's box. So I think they're going to get a point for that. We also score them on genre variety. So that's 1 in the fighting game category. Obviously, they'll get a point. It's our first game for this unboxing. And, you know, the value as well. We paid $40 for this box. I give them an $8 overhead. So I expect the games in the box to total $32 total. For every dollar less than that, I take a point off out of 6. And also console variety. So, you know, I gave you 18 consoles to choose from. I only subscribe to the 4UP, so I expect to get a game from 4 different consoles. It shouldn't be that hard, right? So far so good. We're off to a great start with Battle Blaze on the Super Famicom. Guys, that's 1 down. Let's see what else we got in this box. Are you ready? You guys excited? I love doing unboxing videos. Here we go. Oh, looks like another cartridge. Looks like another Super Famicom game. Look at that. There she is. Oh, gonna have to look this one up. I'll be right back. All right, it's 4-nin shogi. That's right, 4-nin shogi. Now, what does that mean? It's 4-player shogi. What is shogi? Well, it's a board game. You know, I can't say that I'm too excited for this game. I don't know much about shogi though, so I'm kind of looking forward to playing it. But it is, of course, an import, right? A Japanese import, which means I'm not likely to know how to play this game because all the text is going to be in Japanese, and I've never played shogi before, so I don't actually know how to play. But as I understand it, it's kind of, it's probably close to chess. I mean, there's different pieces laid out kind of in a triangle pattern, and it's 4 players, so you can play against 3 opponents. Everybody takes a side of the board. You get like pieces in a triangle, and they all have different moves, you know, just like chess. So you're trying to capture your opponent's pieces, take control of different sections of the board. I'll probably have to look this one up on the internet. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna have to look up the rules because I'm not gonna be able to read any tutorial. I unfortunately, I can't read or speak Japanese. So maybe when we play this game on the Mystery Unboxing series, we'll get some of you fans together, someone from Japan maybe who can translate for me. Let me know what the right strategy is. But one thing that is nice, I mean, you could probably kind of figure out the strategy just by watching, you know, what your opponents move. Since you're going to be squaring off against 3 other computer opponents, you can kind of learn the strategies just by watching them. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. The cartridge is in fantastic shape. It's actually probably pretty close to mint condition. I guess the pins are a little worn. It looks like this game got played enough, but as far as collector quality goes, this one's in fine shape. Loose cartridge, unfortunately, only worth 99 cents. So, you know, we got to get to that $32 target for them to get the full 6 out of 6 in value, and a 99-cent loose cartridge feels like a throwaway game. So we'll see. That's 2 Japanese imports as well. 2 from the Super Famicom. So you're only getting 1 out of 2 points for console variety. Come on, I gave you 18 different consoles to choose from. First 2 games right out of the box, both from the Super Famicom. It's a board game, so you'll get a point. You know, we got a board game and we got a fighting game so far. So there's good genre variety here. I'm not looking forward to this one as much as I'm looking forward to Battle Blaze. I'll tell you guys that because, like I said, you know, it's going to be tough for me to figure out how to play this game. But I do like board games. I do like chess. I'm not good at chess. Maybe I'll be better at shogi. So on the whole, definitely getting a point for the condition of the cartridge. It's in great shape. Probably not going to help us for the value, being a 99-cent game. Genre variety, good shape. Console variety, not great. This one came out in 1995, a little bit later in the Super Famicom life cycle. And probably if you're over there in Japan, you can probably pick this game up at any store for a few yen because it is not a valuable game at all. All right, that's 2 down. Shall we? Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready? Let's see what that third game is. Okay. Oh no, it's another Super Famicom game. Another import. But I'll tell you what, folks, this one's a weird one. This one's a fun one. You know, it's going to be tough for me to figure out how to play this one, but I'm kind of enjoying this game. So I'm not even going to try to tell you exactly the name of this game. It's basically a mahjong game, right? So there it is. You can see it right here. This is the name of this game in Japanese. The basic premise is it's mahjong. Have you ever played mahjong? If you're in Japan, I'm sure you have. Maybe you folks over here in the States know how mahjong works. So it's like a tile matching game. You have all these tiles, they get constructed in different shapes and patterns on top of one another, and you have to like match the tiles to remove them from the board. But you can't match tiles that are blocked or covered up by other tiles. So there's like an order you have to uncover the tiles in. So it's kind of a puzzle game, but I think I'm going to throw it in the board game genre. I consider Mahjong a board game. It's kind of like solitaire, you know what I mean? It's a board game you can play solo. It's a thinking man's game, but it's pretty simple and straightforward to pick up. Now, where this game is different is that it's a comedic Mahjong adventure game. That's right. It's not just you sitting down and playing a board game. There's a story. And in fact, this game is all about the story mode. And for the life of me, I'm probably not going to understand the story, but there's probably some beautiful anime girlfriend of the protagonist that gets kidnapped and trapped in some sort of gigantic tower. And you have to walk your way through that tower, uncovering different puzzles and mini games, talking to different sinister characters. And along the way, you have to conquer Mahjong challenges. So it's a little bit unique in that regard. It's not just a simple board game. It's billed as a Mahjong adventure game, and that's what it is. You know, you get to know the characters, you get to conquer different foes, you gotta explore the rooms in this giant evil Mahjong tower. I'm only guessing that that's what it is. The game itself, you know, I appreciate that the sticker is in great shape, and you know the pins are in pretty good shape too. This cartridge though is pretty yellowed, so not gonna get a great rating from me. I'll give it a good rating because, you know, as a collector, you know, most of the things you want to see are in good shape, but you really hate to get those game cartridges. If you're a collector, you know what I mean. Those game cartridges that are just brown and yellow because they were in a home full of cigarette smoke, and this is definitely one of those cartridges. It's like a nice golden nicotine yellow. So should I give it a fair rating? I'm gonna give it a good rating. I'm feeling pretty generous today. So the quality of the condition is good. Now, as far as the genre, this is another board game, so you're not gonna get another point. You know, I should be able to get 4, or in this case 6 different games from different consoles, 6 different genres of games. It shouldn't be too hard to come up with them, especially since I said send me games from 18 different consoles, and I barely put anything in my library, you know, so you could pretty much send me anything from the Super Famicom, and you sent me 2 board games. So you're not get a point for genre variety. And of course, this is our third Japanese import. 3 out of 3 Super Famicom games in this month's box. So you're only getting 1 point for console. And unfortunately, it being another board game, even if it is an interesting and unique and really fun to play take on Mahjong, that is $1.49 by my count. So the value of this game is probably not going to get us to that $32 mark to get you the full points Video Games Monthly. So not looking great so far, but of course they did give us a 2-up in this month's box, so 2 bonus games. I can only assume that the bonus games they gave us were these 2 board games, these 2 really cheap, low value collectors board games from the Super Famicom. So hopefully the rest of the games in this box are going to have a little bit more value, and hopefully we are done getting Super Famicom games, because it's not looking good so far for console variety, I'll tell you that. But that being said, I think this game will be fun to try to figure out. Hopefully I can learn how to play it. I mean, I know how to play Mahjong, so if I can find my way to one of those rooms and actually play the Mahjong games, I'll be all set. But unfortunately, something's going to get lost in the translation for me. Master G does not speak or read Japanese, so I'm going to lose a lot of the charm of this game, not understanding the text, not understanding the plot or the premise or what I'm supposed to do in these different rooms. It's going to be a challenge, but we're going to play it anyway. We play all of these games in our mystery unboxing series at some point, so we're going to do a live stream. We're going to play this one just like the others. And, you know, it should be good for some fun. If we can get a translator live on the show, we should be all set. So look forward to that. All right, let's move on, shall we? Folks, fingers crossed we don't get another Super Famicom game. Holy cow, man. 3 in a row, Super Famicom. Are you ready? It's not a Super Famicom. It is a cartridge, though. Oh, looks like a Famicom game. Original NES Japanese games. Okay, look at that. Oh, I'm excited about this one. Do you guys know what this one is? Do you know? This is a little arcade game from very early era Nintendo. Very early era Famicom. This adorable character is featured in a game called Door Door, Doa Doa. And that's what this game is. This is Door Door for the Famicom. This was not ported over to the Nintendo. This is a Japanese exclusive on the Famicom. And I am really excited about this game. You guys might not think much of this game, but this is an important game, an important piece of video game history. I can definitely play this one. You do not need to know how to read or speak Japanese to play Door Door. It's a basic arcade game, and it's kind of similar to like Pac-Man, right? There's a level with ladders and platforms and doors, and there's monsters that chase you, and the monsters have different personalities and speeds and patterns. But the premise of this game is when you walk past a door, left or right, you open the door, and if a monster is chasing you, it goes into the open door. Then you have to backtrack and seal the monster in the room, right? So you have to capture each monster in each level. It's like a puzzle arcade game. I think it was originally developed in 1983. And this is where it gets interesting, folks. The piece of video game history, if I'm remembering correctly, is that this game was developed as a contest. It was a contest entry for young developers. And the gentleman who programmed this game to win that contest went on to be responsible for the Dragon Quest series. That's right, the guy who invented Dragon Quest, who's responsible for all the Dragon Warrior games, starting that entire franchise. If I'm not mistaken, he got his start by winning that developer contest, programming this game back in 1983, I believe. Door Door, his first foray into video game development, and later went on to bring us Dragon Quest and the Dragon Warrior series. I'm pumped for this one. You're going to get a point because it's not a Super Famicom game. You're also going to get another point for genre variety because, you know, this is our first puzzle. I'll call it a puzzle game, I think. It's kind of an arcade puzzle game, you know, in the same vein as Pac-Man, basically. And it's about a $5.75 game value. But most importantly, I think it's very fun. I think it's an important part of history. And I am so psyched to have this in my collection. I think we're going to have fun playing this one together. Cartridge is in fine shape, not too worn. Definitely got a lot of play. I can tell the board is definitely well worn, so hopefully it fires up fine. But we'll give it a good rating because I'm psyched to have this in my collection, and the stickers are all in great shape. The cartridge looks pretty clean. And it's Door Door! We got Door Door! A Japanese exclusive Famicom game. I'm pumped for this one, guys. That's it. Let's move. I hope you're excited. That's 4 games up, 4 games down. We got a 2 up this box. That means 2 bonus games. You ready to see what the bonus game is? Game number 5. Woo! Another Famicom game. Oh, I know this one. Senju no Ukami. What is this game, folks? This is Commando. Have you ever played Commando on the NES? This is the Japanese version of that game, Commando. So it's a run and gun shooter. It's a simple game. There's only like 4 stages. It's pretty straightforward, pretty basic. The graphics aren't that interesting. We actually featured this game already on the NES Happy Hour. So we played the NES version in my collection on the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. Check it out. Check it out if you haven't done so already. It's a lot of fun. Now we have the Japanese version, the Famicom version of that game. Values probably like $4.75, something like that. The cartridge, not in great shape. It's got this awesome Japanese sticker on the back over top of the regular sticker. So this came from GameSoft Recycle Shop in Japan. Looks like someone brought this in as a trade-in, and then it got resold at GameSoft Recycle Shop over there in Japan. So unfortunately, they stickered over the back sticker. Also, this is another game that is super yellow, so definitely came from a home full of smokers. I don't think I can give this one a good rating. Even the pins are really dirty and kind of worn out, so I'm going to give this one a fair rating. You're not going to get a point for condition. I have to be fair, and compared to all the other games in this box, this is not what I would consider a collector grade cartridge. They don't have to be a mint condition shape, but this one's kind of yucky. I don't know. I mean, am I excited about this game? Well, I'm excited for one reason. I can play this game on the show. You don't need to speak or read any Japanese to play Commando on the NES or Senju no Okami. However, I'm not. This game just doesn't do it for me. It's just too simple. It's just swarms of enemies. Like, the level design is super repetitive. It's basically like 5 minutes of game that repeats. You can beat this game in under 30 minutes on your first try. It's not terribly difficult once you get the hang of it, and it just looks the same from start to finish. There's not a lot of variety in this game at all. Not a lot of interesting gameplay mechanics either. It's very, very basic. Came out in 1985. Unfortunately, it's another Famicom game, so you're not going to get another point for console variety. That's 3 Super Famicoms, 2 Famicom games. I think we know what the theme of this month's box is. Holy cow, Japanese imports. That's the theme of this month's box. 5 of the games so far are all from Japan. Now, I'm not bummed about that. Battle Blaze is fun. The board game should be interesting. You know, I'm super psyched to have Dor in my collection. Not that excited to have Commando or Senju no Okami in my collection, but you know, it's still a good game. If you like those run and gun shooters. It's a very early era one, and you know, top down, led to like Akari Warriors. That's the one that comes to mind when I think of Commando. But you know, it's not generally a game that I'm a game style that I'm super into. But we got one more game to go. You guys ready for our final game? The one that hopefully is not a Japanese import. We'll see. Ooh. It's a sealed game. Brand new. Oh, look at that. Look at that. A PS2 game. SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs, the greatest hit version, still sealed. Ah! Look at that. That's a fun little shooter, man. An ultimate classic for the PS2. This game was like a tactical third-person, first-person shooter, very stealthy, kind of in the vein of Metal Gear Solid. Less like Call of Duty, more like Siphon Filter with a lot of stealth elements and a lot of different gameplay mechanics. Ooh, and it's brand new sealed. Now, unfortunately, folks, we looked this one up. Only worth about $8, brand new sealed for the PlayStation 2. That's okay though. They brought it home big with a sealed game for the PlayStation 2, mixing it up finally. We got out of Japan. We got a U.S. game stateside. One I will definitely get plenty of hours and hours of gameplay out of this one. This one's going to be fun if you like those shooters. You got to have it in your collection. What a great game. 2002, this game came out. You play as an elite SEAL commander with a team being called to fight terrorists in 12 deadly missions. You got 30 weapons, intelligence, intense training, skills, tactical maneuvers, all sorts of different gameplay mechanics. lethal enemies in Thailand, Congo, Turkmenistan, hostage situations, ambushes, reconnaissance, all sorts of Navy SEAL goodness. Well, guys, this is what we wanted to see. Completely new genre. You get a point for that. I think it's going to help get us to that $32 mark in the value in order to get all the points there. A brand new game, obviously in great condition. You can't take any points off of that. It's still in the plastic, no stickers, perfect shape. Could get it graded. Probably not going to do that. Let's be real. PlayStation 2. I'm going to play this game. I'm not gonna get this one graded, but it'd be interesting to see in like 30 or 40 years if a graded version of this game would be worth any money. Right now, though, only worth $8. And that's gonna do it, folks. That is 6 games. We order the 4 up. We expect 4 games. They gave us 2 bonus games in this month's box for a total of 6. That means we're going to be rating this month's box out of 6. So each category is going to be a total 6 out of 6 for a grand total of 24 points. Are you ready? Are you ready for the summary? Shall we review the November Video Games Monthly subscription box here on Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G? Let's get. Now we score every box the same. There's 4 categories. Since there were 6 games in the box, that means each category is out of 6 for a total out of 24. Let's start with console variety, because I tell them you can send me games from 18 different consoles in my subscription box. Shouldn't be too hard to get games from a variety of consoles. So I'm looking forward to variety. That's what I'm after on the show. I want to expand my collection. I want to get a lot of different games for a lot of different consoles, and I gave them virtually unlimited choices. Now, unfortunately, in the November box, I only got 3 different consoles worth of games. We got 3 Super Famicom games, 2 Famicom games, and 1 PlayStation 2 game. So that's 3 out of 6, and really heavy on the Japanese imports. That's definitely the theme for the November box, Japanese imports. The next category that we're going to take a look at, summarize for you, is the genre category. Again, you guys know I'm all about variety. I love playing these games with you guys live on live streams. So I look forward to this subscription box providing me with at least 4 different games, if there's only four games in the box that I subscribe to, but in this case 6 different genres of games. Now that gets harder if they give me bonus games, but it still shouldn't be too hard to give me 6 different styles, 6 different genres in my subscription box. How did this month's box do? Well, if you remember, we got ourselves a couple of shooters. I'm calling SOCOM 2, or SOCOM US Navy SEALs for the PlayStation 2, and the Senju no Okami Commando game from the Famicom. I'm calling those both shooters. We also got 2 board games, the Mahjong Adventure game, as well as the 4-player Shogi game. And besides that, we got the puzzle arcade game and the fighting game in Battle Blaze. So that's only 4 different styles of game, 4 different genres out of a total of 6. Not too bad, a little more variety than the console variety, but still only a 4 out of 6. Not looking so great thus far. Our next category that we cover is the condition of the games. Now, thankfully, VideoGamesMonthly.com so far has been pretty reliable with game conditions. They send you good games. They're in great shape. This month's box was the same. Now, we got 2 games that were kind of yellowed, but on the whole, the cartridges look like they're in good shape. The pins look like they're in good shape. The PlayStation 2 game was sealed, so that's in fantastic shape. But unfortunately, that Commando cartridge was just a little too gross for me to give a good or a great rating. And you need to have a good or a great to get the point. Games that come to me in fair or poor rating do not get you the point. And I rated that Famicom cartridge, the Commando game, fair, just because it was a little too yellowed, a little too smoke covered, and it had that sticker on the back from the rental shop or the trade-in store in Japan that covered up the actual game sticker. So you never like to see that. I hate when people put stickers over top of the original game stickers. It kind of ruins it as a collector. So we'll give them 5 out of 6. 5 games in good or great condition, 1 game in fair or poor condition. So 5 out of 6, even better than the last category. That means there's one more category left to do, and that's the value category. Shall we take a look at the value next? All right, before we count up the value of each of the games we got in this November box, I need to tell you a little bit about fairness, right? Because this is a subscription service. This company's got to stay in business. We subscribe to the 4UP box. That means we pay $39.99 a month and we expect at least 4 games. It's a little bit unfair for you to expect $40 worth of games or more than $40 worth of games in your subscription box. Because if that were the case for every client, this company would soon very quickly go out of business. So you gotta factor in an overhead. In fairness, I'm giving them a 20% overhead. That means $8 you get to keep just to stay in business, to pay your employees and to shop for more games. I expect $32 worth of games in my monthly subscription box. That means that if you send me $32 or more, I'll give you the full 6 out of 6 points for this month's box. If you somehow send me more than $40 worth of games in a box, you will get an actual bonus point. You can overscore beyond the maximum category. But for every dollar less than $32 total, I'm going to subtract a point. I think that's pretty fair. If you guys are collectors and, you expect $32 or $40 or to get more than what you paid for, you should not be signing up for subscription boxes. Part of the fun of these services is never knowing what you're going to get. It's that surprise. If you're really focused on value and you really, really demand $40 or more worth of games, then subscription boxes aren't for you. Go to your local game store. Support your local businesses. Buy your games there. You get to pick exactly what you want and leave nothing to chance. But that's not how we do it here on the Mystery Unboxing series. Master G likes to be surprised. I like taking a chance on these boxes, and I think my rating is fair. Unfortunately, if you were counting, the value of today's box was $24.70. That is good for 0 points. $31 would have gotten you 5 out of 6, $30, 4 out of 6, $29, $28, $27, $26, $24.70 gets you nothing. This is a box that was severely undervalued, so I cannot give you any points for value. I paid $40 for this box. You sent me $24.70 worth of games, and most of them were from Japan, Japanese imports. So while I don't have a problem with a themed box that is mainly Japanese imports, you didn't really send me valuable Japanese imports. I probably could have found all of those on eBay for very, very cheap. None of them were marquee games. I am kind of excited to have Door Door in my collection, but as far as the other 4, I'll take your Japanese imports, but not high value games at all. Easy games to find for cheap. Definitely a 0 out of 6 for value on the November monthly unboxing. From Video Games Monthly. So sad to see that. I think that might be the first 0 out of 6 for value we've ever gotten on the show. And I have a feeling the overall rating for this month's box is going to be pretty bad. Shall we do the drum roll, please? Total up the total category scores. Brrr. That's right. A 12 out of 24. That is good for an F. A total failure for the November Video Games Monthly unboxing. That's right, 12 out of 24. Really sad to see it. If this was the first box you ever signed up for, taking a chance on this service, and this is the box you got, I don't know how you'd feel about it. Probably not too good. Now, I am looking forward to playing some of these games, and we do this box for the show, but the ratings are going to stay the same for as long as we do these unboxings here on the show, and we're going to keep it consistent and consistently rated, and that means this box gets an absolute F. A 12 out of 24 is no good, folks. Just no good. That being said, though, I am going to have fun playing SOCOM I'm going to have fun playing Door, and I'm really excited to have Door in my collection. As far as the others, we'll play them with you on the show. We'll have fun playing them together. But, you know, 2 games that are fun to play and a game that I was really excited to have in my collection does not account for the fact that you did pretty poorly in most of the categories for an overall score of 12 out of 24. Not impressive. Not probably going to win too much business with that. But it's okay because there's going to be more boxes, and I'm sure you'll bring it around next month's Video Games Monthly. So thank you for tuning in to the November unboxing special, our mystery unboxing series here on Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G. I'm Master G. I thank you for your support. I thank you for tuning in. If you've not done so already, please subscribe to our channel. It's totally free. All you have to do is click that subscribe button. If you click the bell icon, turn your notifications on, you'll get a little alert on your phone anytime we have a new unboxing video and anytime we go live to play one of these 6 games. You're not going to miss it. So if you like the show, show your support. Subscribe and tune in because one day soon we're going to be playing each and every one of these games for a special live stream as part of our mystery unboxing series. I think that's going to be it for me today. We will see you all next month for another unboxing special here on the show. I hope that December box has something fun in it. We'll see. Tune in next time, folks. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.